What's going on, everyone? So the other day, everyone had their media day throughout the NBA, and the New Orleans Pelicans are a team that is very interesting, right? Because they're a team that is really hard to judge. Dejounte Murray, right, with Brandon Ingram, Zion as your core three. You add in CJ McCollum, you add in like Herb Jones and Troy Murphy, and you just kind of go down the list of the Pelicans, and they have a squad. They really do. They have a team that could be very good, very competitive, but they just have so many question marks. One, the center position. Like, who is there? Is Zion playing center all season for this team? I mean, it's very possible. But also, Zion slimmed down a lot. Zion lost like 40 pounds. So if he did that, like, it would make even less sense now for him to play the center position, right? Like, biggest question is Brandon Ingram, right? Like, Brandon Ingram doesn't want to be there. He didn't show up to the voluntary training camp. Now, to be fair, it's voluntary, but still, like, everyone was there but him. Literally. Right? And it's just, he clearly doesn't want to be there. His people are trying to find trades. The Pelicans have tried to find trades, but no one wants to take him because he wants max money, and he's not a max player, and with the new CBA, just not getting that. Brandon Ingram's going to be one of the, like, real casualties of this new CBA. You're already starting to see it a little bit with various trades and stuff. But as far as, like, players not getting the money that they would have otherwise, Brandon Ingram's going to be one of the big tragedies. He's probably getting, like, $20 million on his next contract, where he probably would have gotten 30, maybe $25 million, but at least $30 million, right? Brandon Ingram is definitely going to be a casualty in that regard. But regardless, Brandon Ingram is in this position where he's kind of stuck. He's clearly not happy. I mean, look at this man's face. Everybody is smiling in that picture except for him. Like, he just does not look happy in this picture. Yeah, like, you look at everybody, you got Zion, you got Dejounte, you got CJ, and then you look at Ingram, and he's just like, get me out of here. Like, I don't want to be around this team. I don't want to do all that. Now, to be fair, in this picture, he's kind of giving you this, like, little smile. It's like a half smirk. It's not like a smile, but, it's okay, sure. But point is, the New Orleans Pelicans, they're a team that is kind of on the fence for me, in my opinion. Like, you could tell me that they're a team that ends up being a top 5 seed, or you could tell me this is a team that just completely implodes this season and ends up missing the play-in altogether. Right? Like, they have talent on this roster. They definitely have some holes that need to be addressed, particularly the center position. But they are a team that has enough talent to be very good. Right? And look, they've had seasons, like, and stretches, the last several seasons, really, where they've been even the 1 seed for a stretch. And then Brandon Ingram gets hurt, or Zion gets hurt, or these guys just can't stay healthy, right? Like, that's going to be the key is, can Zion stay on the basketball court and stay healthy? How much does his new body affect his gameplay and his style of play? Right? Because he lost a bunch of weight, but the way he plays is really dependent in a lot of ways on that weight. Just basically being able to power through and bully ball whoever the opposing defender is, and his size with his athleticism just makes him an insane mismatch. Right? But you lose that weight. Yes, you have the athleticism, but you don't have the weight to bump guys like you could have prior. Now, he's still going to be a big boy. He's still going to be able to move some people around, but especially just bigger in the teeth of defense. Does this make him better? Right? Is he more agile? Is he more shifty? Is he able to kind of be a little more crafty around the rim? Does he have maybe a little more lift, which would be crazy in and of itself, right? Like, there's questions with either way. Like, is there a learning curve with Zion's weight loss? Or is he able to just right out the gate still be Zion? And go give you, 27, 8, and 5. But also, Zion isn't, like, super elite rebounding the basketball. Right? Like, He's not. So if he's playing the center position, that could be a problem in and of itself. Because if he's not able to go get you, I mean, he averages 6 rebounds a game, right? Like, this guy is a 6.5 rebound guy. His best rebounding season was 7.2 rebounds. This isn't a guy that is giving you 9.5, 10 rebounds a game. Right now he's moving over center position. Now you could argue at the center position, it's more of a requirement for him to rebound, so maybe he will be able to help rebound. It's just, Dejounte Murray was great for them because they needed that piece to kind of put everything together. Needed that playmaker, needed that point of attack guy, needed somebody that could kind of be the engine for this team. Because a lot of times it does seem kind of clunky. A lot of times it does get a little like, you go, I go, you go, I go with Zion and Ingram. Can Dejounte kind of balance it out better? But here's the other thing too. If you're just swapping Dejounte Murray with Brandon Ingram, I don't think the Pelicans are really better. All right, like the concerns of them not having a center is already a big concern. But if this team, if everyone's locked in and bought in, and Ingram, same thing, locked in, bought in, it's like, let's go, then yes, I do think the Pelicans are going to be very good, or have the potential to be very good. But if Ingram's just disconnected and doesn't really want to be there, and also like, does he get like a little injury, right? Like, let's say, whatever, I don't know, knee tightness or something, whatever, right? And it's just like, he'd probably only miss a couple days, but he really drags it out, right? Instead of a couple days, a couple weeks, he's just like, I really want to come back, but I'm still in pain, right? Does he basically kind of give up on the Pelicans in the season? Again, this is a guy that just completely said, I'm good on this team building. I don't want to build with this team. I want out of here. I don't want to be on this team. I don't want to be in New Orleans. New Orleans doesn't want me. New Orleans doesn't want, get me out of here. Again, he was the only one that didn't show up. That's not a good sign. It's not good when the team is doing team building things and your star player is the guy who's supposed to be a leader on this team alongside Zion, and now Dejounte Murray just decides I prefer not to be there. The only other person that wasn't there was Daniel Tice, but that's because he was just signed there and was in the process of getting over. Otherwise, he would have been there too. Brandon Ingram is the one that decided, I don't want to go. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be with this team. Right? Like, the Pelicans are a team that again, you could tell me, hey, time machine jumped in. Pelicans were like the 3 seed. They were clicking. Ingram, Dejounte, Zion. Zion was playing like he was, a top 10 player in the league. You add in just what Brandon Ingram's capable of doing. Dejounte Murray kind of being the piece that puts it all together. Man, they were cooking. And they ended up getting a center around the trade deadline, and we're off to the races. Or you could tell me they imploded. Brandon Ingram basically gave up on the team. Zion got hurt again. It was Dejounte Murray and a bunch of role guys, and they missed the play-in. I would believe that too. I'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's really hard to judge and gauge this team. Especially when one of your key players that are, it'd be one thing if it was Jose Alvarado or something. Right? He helps, but it's not the difference between you having a great or bad season. Brandon Ingram is literally the difference between you having a good to great season or even bad season. Because if Brandon Ingram just gives up on that team, and it's just Dejounte Murray, Zion Williamson, and a bunch of role guys with no center, right? And at least if you get if you trade Ingram, you're getting some pieces back, right? Unless like Murphy or Troy Jones or Herb Jones or somebody ends up just kind of taking a leap for you, taking a step for you, right? Like, I don't know what this team does. I don't know how this team has success. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you have concerns about the Pelicans? Do you think like, nah, they're gonna be trash? Do you think, Brandon Ingram, he's cooked? Like he doesn't want to be there. He's done. He's already checked out. It's a wrap. Do you think like, nah, he'll figure it out. He'll be professional. He'll show up. He'll play. He'll do what he needs to do. Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.